If you are enjoying the story so far and need more Dungeons and Dragons in your life, I invite you to check out another group called the Long Past Podcast. They are working their way through heroism and tragedy in the events of the Chragan War. Their name and link are in the description below. Adran, Thía, Del, and Varin have set out across the desert in an attempt to forge an alliance with the Crusovian war tribes before the Hobgoblin enemies manage to do so, or before the Hobgoblin forces can betray the Crusovians. Citing a strange pilgrimage of demon worshippers, the group ducked into a canyon, where they now find themselves in a desperate battle against hideous fiends. Welcome back to the Land of the Hunter. Unfortunately, we are one player short this evening, so we will be doing some double player action. The day is about 80 degrees, fairly normal, with a light wind blowing over the top of the canyon we find ourselves in. There is, understandably in the desert, no rain or snow. So I'm going to go ahead and switch us over to our battle map.
I completely forgot that we actually went down into the cavern.
Yes, we are in a canyon. Some quick reminders. Adran, you are currently concentrating on haste, having drunk your potion of speed. That
Yay.
sounds potentially illegal. You drank it on round 4. It will end by round 14 unless you lose concentration. In which case, of course, it will end early. Okay, there we go. Varin had the good sense to eat one of those Forfinty roots about 8 in the morning. It's going to be good until the next day at 8 in the morning. Del cast Sanctuary on himself right at the beginning of this fight. That will end in round 11. He also cast Beacon of Hope on himself, and that's going to end in round 13. So, if you're ready, sir, and if you're not ready,
as I'll ever be.
And of course, if you're not ready, we will begin. Just as soon as I get... Come on. There we go. Alright, so you'll be handling Thía for both combat and roleplay. I'll be
yes,
as well
as... I will.
Oh dear. As well as Adran. And I'll be handling Varin and Del.
Got it.
Alrighty, so let's shrink this down a little bit. There we go. Alright, so Thía, top of the round, is up first. What do you want to do?
Alrighty. Whoops, wrong page. Get back here.
You find yourself standing next to and across from Varin, a massive centipede-like insectoid creature with tiny little legs, a massive mouth with multiple sets of jaws, and whirling tentacles.
Let's see, her armor class was 20. She's at 31 hit points. Goodness.
Things indeed look grim.
Definitely. Well, let's see. She's what is she armed with right now? Her short sword?
She was a few seconds ago she drew her short sword, having realized that many of the creatures we're currently facing seem to not mind or not care about mundane weapons. They seem to be responsive to silver or magical weapons.
Does she also have her sling at the ready?
She has that wrapped loosely around her arm. She can equip it fairly quickly, but she'll have to load it before she can use it.
Well, let's see. I think I'm going to just use the short sword.
Very well.
Attack.
Then you have advantage on the attack against that creature.
Oh yes, because you are flanking along with Thea. So got that on advantage. Here we go, short sword.
That's going to hit. Please give me sneak attack.
Alright. Sneak attack. Yep.
Okay, so that's 21 points of damage. As the creature rears up from its most recent wound from Varin, Thea spots what looks like a softness in its underbelly, rushes forward and plunges her short sword up to its hilt in the creature, striking it with a fatal blow.
Oh, nice.
It is quite dead. Wrong button there. There we go. What would Thea like to do with her bonus action and movement?
Oh gosh, I don't even remember what her bonus actions are.
She has fast hands, so she can interact with them. She can basically take a use item action as a bonus action. She can dash. Disengage is irrelevant. She can hide. She also has second story work, so if she wants, she could climb this platform right here, or this column, stone column. It looks to be roughly around 30 feet to the top of that, to the first ledge of that stone column she's right next to.
Well, okay. I think what I'm going to do is now you also said too that Dell had a couple different spells cast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which ones were those again?
Dell has Sanctuary, which kind of gives him a little bit of a saving throw if someone tries to attack him. He also has Beacon of Hope, which basically if anyone heals themselves within 30 feet of him, they get the full they get to basically treat it as a full heal, maximum heal.
Well, I kind of want to do something like that for Thea, so then she can get healed. But
she could get close to Dell, but she won't be able to take a potion until her next turn.
Right. So I think I want to do a bonus action dash.
Fair enough.
So
she also might want to
give me 70 feet then.
Correct. And she might want to be careful about how close she gets to some of these creatures because, as Adran has noticed, they hit fairly hard.
Right. Oops. 70 feet.
That will take her right within 5 feet of that horned bat-winged creature. If you'd like some help.
Okay, now how do you do that double click thing where
while I'm drawing the line?
There, oh, wait a second, I just figured it out.
Yep, you did.
It's right click.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that makes more sense.
So you should now see a line representing 70 feet of movement for her.
So basically, what was it about? Like right there?
Yeah, I believe so. And by the way, while you're moving a token, if you right-click while moving them, you actually will form a line of travel, which you can then display by hitting X.
Alright, so that round, I actually went about 60 feet, so...
Did you go within 5 feet of any of the monsters we're fighting?
No, I went about right here. Or is that 5 feet?
That would be 5 feet, because this guy is
Okay.
basically occupying 10 feet square.
Okay. So, technically, yes, I did.
Okay. Then the horned batwing creature is going to make a attack of opportunity against her.
Sorry.
I did warn you. I get a 24. Thea can use her reaction to uncanny dodge and take that from 18 to 9.
Yes, let's do that.
Alright, she's going to take 9 points of damage. As she tries to slip past it unnoticed, this creature just suddenly like swings wide over Adran's head and gashes her in the side. Alright, is that it for Thea?
I believe that is.
Okay. Then we move on to your turn, Adran. A few seconds ago, this horned batwing creature, right before it gashed Thea, took a swing at you, missed you, and put an enormous rent in the stone at your feet. Unfortunately, its axe, as evidenced, did not get stuck. What would you like to do, sir? Besides beg for your life.
Let's see, I have Sanguine nonetheless. Armed,
Correct.
and I will use it to swing at the beast.
And I believe it's currently rumbling
On
with
thunder.
damage. So take a stab at this horned bat-winged creature. A dirty 20 will hit for 6 booming pain to this creature's ear holes. You don't really see traditional ears.
Traditional.
Alright,
And then I will use my second attack on him.
excellent. Yes, that will hit for an impressive 12. Sanguine nonetheless rippling out peals of thunder that echo back and forth and up and down the canyon. Anything else for you, sir?
Well, since I still have concentration on haste, that gives me the ability to use one more attack.
That is true.
on Said beast, which I plan on doing just that.
Fair enough. Sanguine nonetheless moving in a blur as you dig into this creature's taut, muscle-rippling skin for another 13 thunder damage. Nice. Alright, anything else for you, sir?
About time. No, because I'm kind of surrounded. So.
Fair enough. Alright. The insectoid-like creature hefts its trident and is going to go on a screaming rampage against you, sir. Its tinny, metallic voice rippling unpleasantly in your ears as it brings its trident in with 2 claws on the haft, scoring a critical hit against you.
Oh.
For 16 piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. Here we go. Constitution saving throw. No.
You're still on it. Hang on. Why'd you roll with advantage?
Wait, what? Oh, dang it. I thought I had on advantage and I was trying to switch to normal.
I will warn you, that is going to be a fail unless you want to try Indomitable.
Yeah, let me try Indomitable.
Alright, you can roll it one more time at normal unless you want to use your inspiration point.
Oh, I want to save that one.
Fair enough. There you go. Indomitable succeeds. You do not lose concentration.
Yes.
Nice. Having stabbed into you.
I still take 16 piercing damage.
Yes. From the trident.
All right.
And as you throw your head back in pain from being stabbed in the back, it brings its claws around to rip at your throat.
Ugh.
However, its claws clatter and scrape against your helmet to no effect. Alright. Varin, seeing that the insectoid is dead, spins around, assessing the field, as it were. Let's see. Currently, Varin only has his dagger to hand. He put away his damaged silver short sword previously because he noticed that he was actually causing more damage to the sword than he was to the creatures he was fighting.
You know what? Even after this fight, you could take your short sword back because I seem to be having a little bit more fun with Sanguine.
I've noticed that you're having fun with it, but there's always the possibility that you won't have spell slots to activate your sword.
True.
And Varin can make do with basically any weapon.
But I have a lot of Silda taps.
Indeed. For now, let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Catch the beast by its toe.
That creature looks like it's the biggest, scariest threat on the field. Varin is going to rush up behind it. Sorry?
You should get advantage now.
Yes, because I am flanking it with you. I need to check something, because I was thinking about trying something out.
Okay.
Okay, that would use my action. Do I want? No, I don't think so. Not right now. Since I just got advantage by moving to that position. So Varin, with only a dagger to hand, comes rushing up behind this horrible bat-winged horned creature and leaps up to stab at it with a dagger. Getting a dirty 20 to hit for 6 damage. And almost hit my short sword, not my darkling dagger. And a 22 to hit for another 8. And it's gonna take Colossus Slayer. Oh, wow, for another 7. It looks quite wounded.
21 piercing damage.
Not quite bloodied. Alright. We move
well on its way.
Quite well on its way. And you get, as Varin, so basically Varin runs up behind this thing, leaps up, and there's 2 horrible stabbing sounds, and then Varin drops back to his feet, having stabbed twice before he actually landed. Alright, moving to Del. Del notices Thea's approach. He's running very short of spell slots. He's going to cast on her at 2nd level. Healing Word. Bonus action, 60 feet. Did it roll appropriately? It did not. Okay. So it increases by 1d4, and she's within range of Beacon of Hope. So that's actually 4 plus 4, 8 plus 3. 11 points to Thea. I gotcha. There you go.
Oh, okay.
And then he kind of looks around and sees kind of like how close everyone is, but also just the fact that he's almost outside of range for you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he is outside of range for you. So basically, he can't affect you unless you get closer to him.
Yeah,
he's going to...
but...
Sorry?
Well, I was just going to say, but also, too, on top of that, I don't want to bring any attention to him with all the monsters around me.
True. Del is going to brazenly hold his position. Alright. Roaring in fury, this enormous muscle-bound figure flares its wings out wide and brings its great axe up.
Oh, good.
Great axe towards you, sir. Oh, goodness. I get a 27 to hit.
Oh, gosh.
Is there anything you can do to prevent that from landing?
I'd like to use shield, but all I have are level 2 spell slots.
You can still use that. You can still use those for shield.
Oh, I can?
Yeah, you can.
Oh. Then I'll do that. I don't want to die.
Considering he would have hit you for 24 hit points.
Yeah. Holy mackerel.
You actually, like, you throw out your hand, scattering out your protective field of energy, and you can actually feel the force of the blow through the energy shield.
Hey, yay.
And then, so I'm behind it. Its attention is focused on you. It is going to make an attack backwards at me, but since I'm behind it and out of its range of view, it's going to make this attack at disadvantage.
Okay.
Adran, while this happens, give me an insight check if you would.
Insight check. No.
It's a disadvantage, and it's going to claw at Varin. Getting an 11 instead of a 25 to hit. Ooh, yay!
18.
There's something. It's the blow it aimed at Varin was almost half-hearted, more just kind of like swatting at an annoying fly. Its eyes are focused on you with a burning, willful intention, almost as though it has no intention at all from changing its focus away from you.
Really?
Really.
Kind of explains a lot. When I'm trying to run away, he still seems to be on my tail.
Right? So that was...
I don't have it.
No, you don't. We move now to the albino-furred creature that leans forward to run on all fours, even though it's clearly bipedal. Its legs have reverse-kneed joints and powerful-looking thighs. This thing looks like it is designed to leap and to scrabble over all kinds of terrain.
Yeah.
It looks... So Del casted his healing spell. It looks towards Del and at Thea. It's going to use its bonus action. Let me see here. And the spell it's currently concentrating on. Excuse me.
What spell is he concentrating on?
Adran, you take 9 points of fire damage as the shield in your hand suddenly flares with intense heat. And I need a Constitution saving throw for you, sir.
Alright, here we go. Back on normal. Constitution saving roll.
A 14 is a success. You do not lose concentration, sir.
Oh, thank goodness.
Not yet, at any rate. You've been rolling insanely lucky to keep concentrating this long. Well done. Where is it? Okay. And then, instead of pursuing you, it rushes over to the cart, and it's going to reach Adele. I'm gonna basically say that I'm gonna put this at disadvantage because it's technically sort of within range, but there's a cart in the way.
Right.
So it's going to do. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. We have to do this manually. So first roll gets a 15 to hit. Oh wait, no, it has to make a wisdom saving throw. I forgot. Before it can attack. My bad. And this DC is... Okay, yeah, a 21 is going to succeed. Nat 20. It reaches through and attacks Del despite the Sanctuary spell. Ugh. Del, unfortunately, has a 13 armor class, so that 15 is going to hit.
Yeah.
Do. Del, however, only takes 4 slashing damage from that attack. So not a terribly painful amount, but it is going to force him to make a saving throw against losing concentration on Beacon of Hope. There we go. Dirty 20. Del maintains concentration.
Gosh. The animation, I saw the one roll and almost stop on it. I'm like, no. And then it hit the 19. I'm like, oh gosh. Too close.
He yells. Alright, top of the order. Thea, you're up.
Alright, I think Thea definitely wants to attack the albino creature.
I can't imagine why. I will say that if she attacks it from behind, because it is focused on Del, she'll get advantage on the attack.
Oh yes, because it's almost like sneaking up behind him.
Mm-hmm.
So, alright, let's have her go right behind him. And then attack with short sword.
Because effectively what's happening is you're flanking.
Yeah.
And yes, with the short sword.
Short sword on advantage. Here we go.
A 17 is gonna hit. Give me sneak attack.
Alright, sneak attack, here we go.
That is an impressive 23 points of damage. And now it has to make a wisdom save or constitution saving throw. Let me think here for a second. Yeah, okay. It fails and loses concentration, and all of a sudden, Adran, your shield is no longer burning hot in your hand.
Oh.
There is a small cloud of
Strange.
steam rising from your flesh. You might have been burned. Anything else for Thea?
Thea would... Oh, can she use her bonus to stealth? She would have to move away from him a little bit, wouldn't she?
There's nothing for her to hide behind.
Okay. I think she's just gonna stay right.
Alright, fair enough. Her short sword dripping with the blood of this albino furred creature. Alright, Adran, to you, sir. You see that you are currently flanking with this creature with Varin. And you have your thundering sanguine nonetheless to hand.
Stab like the mighty elephant.
Go for it. A 16, unfortunately, catches the haft of the not the haft, the blade of the great axe and echoes off fruitlessly.
Oof. All right.
Well, it spends its great axe defensively.
Well, let me try hitting him again.
This time you find a gap in its defense, and you stab through, digging into its thigh for 9 thunder damage.
And because of haste, I will use another attack.
Go for it. Yeah, that'll hit for another 9. Oops, minus 9. There we go. Boom, boom! This thing nonetheless thunders against this creature's side. Don't forget to turn off your shield because that is your turn.
Oh yes, true. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else for you, sir?
I wish I had my second wind so that I can heal.
Or your action surge, so you could drink a hack and leaf brew.
Oh gosh, yes, that would be nice.
Unfortunately, I believe that is your turn, unless you want to try and move somewhere.
No, I still want to stay there just so I can give you advantage as well.
Valid, and thank you. The insectoid is going to skitter along behind you, hissing and shrieking. And it's going to dig at you with his two-handed trident. Excuse me, getting an 11, scraping against your armored calf, and then clawing at the back of your neck. Sorry, what?
I had a bit of an itch there. Thank you.
There's kind of like a scratching noise at the back of your head as it tries to find purchase through your helmet, to no avail.
Yeah, sorry.
Varin snarls from the other side of this creature. Stop joking around and kill it! Advantage is, yes, on. Alright.
I have to wait my turn.
Instead of leaping up, Varin is going to stab at this horned creature at the back of this creature's leg. Yeah, that'll hit for 8. And digging the tiny dagger in and up, trying to carve along its side. Or, sorry, thigh. That'll also hit.
Could be the side of the thigh.
Could be the side of the thigh. Basically, I'm trying to hamstring it.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, so that's 20 points of damage total.
Nice.
This thing is very, very bloodied. Ichor and slime is oozing out of its multiple wounds. The smell is atrocious.
Ugh. I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
They smell even worse on the inside. Del. He knows he's giving flanking to Thía. He is going to take the dodge action. So any attack against him will be at disadvantage. And then he's going to hold his ground. The horned batwing beast screams in fury. Adran, thoughts crawl into your brain, clawing through, peeling at your personality, scraping at your focused will. You will lose. You are lost in these sands. You will never find your way to your safe, comfortable little home. Give me...
Hag?
Sorry?
Hag?
No. Give me a insight check, sir.
Insight check. Normal.
On normal, yes indeed. A nat 1. You are terrified. The idea that you might possibly fail to get all of us home, that you might fail to protect our village, imposes upon you, sir, the frightened condition.
Oh no. Oh dear. Oh what?
You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight. Also, you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear.
Oh.
Not
Who gave me the fear?
It gave you the fear. It is to, and you can see Varin on the other side waver and shift a little bit. As apparently he might also be targeted by these same thoughts. So I should have asked you for a wisdom saving throw. My bad. So I'm going to use Steel Will. I get a nat 20. My goodness. Varin does not fall prey to these terrifying thoughts. As this creature unleashes a psychic assault on us and brings its great axe up. Here's for you, sir. I get a 25, but I believe with haste you have an armor class of 27.
27. Got close.
And then it swings a claw back at Varin. Getting an 18 and missing. Whew!
I don't know about you, but I'm really scared.
Get it together! The albino... excuse me. Albino. I can
Just
speak
call him Al.
words. Yeah. Furry white owl turns around, its back bleeding hideously, and screams in fury at Thía. Because I totally forgot that it actually can make 2 attacks per turn. So attack 1 against Thía. I get a 10. And attack 2, a nat 1. Thea, I imagine, is just dodging back and forth as these clawed paws swing at her. Again, to no avail. Top of the round. Round number 9. Thea, you are technically flanking this creature with Del.
Yes.
You have advantage,
All right.
if you so wish, to
And
attack.
I will swing my short sword, because I
Good
seem
call.
to be doing pretty well with that.
You do seem to be doing well with that. A 25 will hit. Give me sneak attack.
Jeez.
My
Sneak
goodness.
attack, here we go.
Oh!
my god! Oh,
32 damage. So Thea, twists to the left, twists to the right, and then leaps forward in a perfect lunge, burying her silvered short sword through the center of this thing's throat.
Oh.
Unfortunately bathed in a shower of blood. Oops. Anything else for Thea?
She doesn't have any kind of bonus action to heal.
Nope.
I'm guessing.
She does not. She could, however, move here.
Oh yeah, she can, and she will.
Ah. All right. So, Adran, you are currently in a very advantageous position.
Yes, I am.
What would you like to do, sir?
I'm going to use my sanguine nonetheless on the big bat guy.
Okay. You have advantage on the
Let's
attack,
call them
sir.
something else.
I'm sure you have disadvantage because of fear, but you also have advantage because of flanking. So you attack at normal.
I would attack at normal.
That attack, it sweeps the haft of its great axe down and around against your forearm, batting your attack harmlessly to the side.
Okay. I am going to take the second shot on the creature just behind me.
Okay, you still will make the attack at normal because
I will.
The source of your fear is within sight.
But still, yeah. Using that.
That'll hit for 12 thunder damage. It
Holy
reels
shit.
back, bouncing off of Thea's chest. Its head rocking back and forth, side to side from the thunderous pain. And with haste, you have one more attack action, sir, or action, excuse me.
I do want to actually use an object as an action.
Okay.
I'm going to use a hack and leaf root.
You are outside of 30 feet, so you won't be able to get the full benefits.
I know.
You could try and draw closer to Del prior to doing so.
Not really want to.
Feeling a little scared with your hit points, sir.
Well, yeah, but I think I'm gonna roll pretty well on this one.
All right, go for the roll.
All right, so there's that one. Move this out of the way.
I'm gonna. Before you do that, I want to check something.
Yeah.
Haste. Action can be used only to take the attack. Dash, disengage, hide. So I unfortunately have to point out that use an object does not apply to potions because potions are magic items, not objects.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the same reason why Thea cannot drink a potion as a bonus action, even with fast hands.
Oh well. I mean, at least you looked it up.
Yeah, sorry. And at least I did it before you rolled.
What?
At least I did it before you rolled.
Yes. Well, in that case... I'm just going to attack the big furry guy again.
Go for it.
Alright, here we go. I'm still on normal. Sanguine nonetheless. Don't fail me!
A 22 will hit for 12 thunder damage. Landing such a satisfying blow, your will resolves itself and you are no longer subject to frightened, sir.
Oh, I'm not.
Correct.
Cool.
However, there is that insectoid behind you.
Oh dear.
It's going to spin and send its two-handed trident at Thea, getting a 24 to hit. That's going to hit her. She can use her reaction to uncanny dodge and reduce that 5 to 2.
Dodge.
All right, so that becomes 2 damage. And then it spins back around and claws at your back, sir. Getting a 22. There's a ringing, scraping clang against the back of your breastplate.
Dude, seriously.
All right, Varin's turn. Flanking with you, I get advantage.
Oh, yes, please finish him off.
I get a 24 to hit, which does hit. And I'm going to go ahead and put Colossus Slayer on that.
Oh, maximum damage.
You know what's even better than that? What's 6 plus 4?
That was all he had left, right?
What's 6 plus 8?
14.
Guess how many hit points that thing had left?
14.
Varin rushes up the back legs of this creature, using its own wings for a handhold, leaps up, grabbing onto one of the protruding horns from its head. Varin's darkling dagger flashes around, stabs deep into the creature's throat, and slices forward, opening both its arteries and showering you, sir, in a gout of black ichor.
That
burns like acid.
Ouch. I'm getting you a bath after this.
I'm going to have Varin do an acrobatics check as he basically kicks off this tumbling creature's back and trying to do a backflip. Oh, that should have been a normal. My bad. Varin fails his acrobatics check, lands prone. Roll me a d6, sir.
D6.
I take 6 points of bludgeoning damage from falling from a height of 10 feet. I scramble back up to my feet, blood kind of dripping from my nose. So that's half my movement. What am I doing? I still have Longstrider active on me, so I have a lot of movement to spare.
Making one mental note right now.
Oh, wrong button.
After I get a shower, I'm gonna wash my hands.
I get a 14, which misses against that insectoid. Still with my dagger in hand. So Del, he's going to basically turn the mules around. Come on. He's not going to do anything just yet because he has very few spell slots left. And it looks like this fight's just about over.
Off. Yeah.
Top of the round, Thea. You have advantage with your melee attack.
Advantage melee attack coming on.
This is going to be brutal. Unfortunately, Thea gets a little overconfident as she rushes forward with the thrust and slides in the black ichor spilling from this creature, who's disturbingly is not actually dead, is dying. Unfortunately, that 14 is going to miss.
Yeah.
Adran, you are showered in black, rotten-smelling ichor. It's all around your feet. The creature behind you is dying, and you hear its thoughts. I'll see you soon, Adran Namakir. What would you like to do, sir?
Oh, I would very much like to slay him.
It is dying. This one is still alive. And if you attack, you have advantage.
What now?
This creature, the one that that projected those thoughts to you, it is slowly melting away. It's not falling over, dying. It's melting. Its physical body just coming apart and transforming into black goo.
Eh.
It basically was thinking its last thoughts at you.
How thoughtful.
Indeed. But there's that insectoid right in front of you.
Yeah, it's gonna take my sword.
Excellent.
Slashing like an elephant.
You mean stabbing? That is actually a miss. The thunderous blade of Sanguine nonetheless bounces off the point of Thea's silvered short sword.
Oh.
You should
Get out of the way!
You should have attacked it at advantage, so you're flanking.
Oh, right. I thought I still had that one curse thing on there.
Roll it one more time at normal. This will count as your advantage roll for your first attack. So it's a 16 or an 11. So 16 still counts and misses. You have 2 more attacks, sir.
All right. Here we go.
There you go. A 25 will sure hit for 6 thunder damage. And your next attack, sir?
Well, here we go.
An 18. It slips to the side, trying to dodge, trying to slip your thrust, but you time it just right and turn your blade, stabbing it into its chest for another 6 damage.
Ah, nice.
Anything else for you, sir?
No, actually. I'm just gonna stay right here.
Fair enough. The creature turns its flat ovoid eyes upon you entirely and goes all out on you, sir. Trident and claws ripping and stabbing at you. Getting a 23, which misses. And a 22, which also misses. Varin is going to go on the attack. The 15 will miss, but the 20 will hit for 8 and Colossus Slayer. 10 damage.
Oof. Almost there.
It fails its Constitution saving throw, and slips from Varin's stab. And as Varin pulls the dagger back, I catch it on its throat, ripping it open.
Ouch.
Similar to the prior insect and the horned bat-winged creature, it doesn't fall over dead. Its body and its weapon both start melting into goo. The fight is over. That took us 1 minute.
Wow. That was quite good for 1 minute.
Del will bring the mules up in the cart. We should leave this place and take a short rest.
Immediately. Yes, let's do that.
All right. So we'll move further along the canyon. I assume you don't want to backtrack considering the pilgrimage of demon worshippers approaching.
Yeah, I don't want to be dealing with them right now.
All right, so we'll proceed a little bit further and then we'll take a short rest. Del is going to use one of it before we actually take a short rest. Del's going to take the first 10 minutes and cast Prayer of Healing. So it's going to affect up to 6 creatures, so himself, Thía, Adran, and Varin. Let's see, 2d8 plus 3. So we each regain 7 hit points prior to taking a short rest.
Alright.
So that'll bring It does take 10 minutes, so unfortunately we don't get the benefits of Beacon of Hope, because it only lasts for a minute. Excuse me. So that's going to bring Dell up to full health. And end in concentration. Thea gets 7 hit points, Varin gets 7 hit points, and Adran gets 7 hit points.
Which I did give it to Thea, it's just not registering on her actual icon.
Interesting. Well, we won't worry too much about it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you will also end your concentration on haste, and you'll basically just slump there, breathing hard. You feel as though your body has suddenly increased in mass to the point that you feel like 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 times your normal weight.
Whoa.
Did you apply the hit points to yourself as well, sir?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, we will take a short rest. Oh, I did not have Longstrider active on myself. What do you know? Oops. Oh well.
I thought you did.
So, I thought I did too, but I didn't. I normally do. Varin is going to roll some hit dice to recover some hit points. So 5. Oh, there we go. That brings me up to 92. I am 1 hit point below my normal maximum, and I'm also going to eat a Dalek bean as part of my short rest. Adran, sir, would you like to take a short rest and start rolling some hit dice?
Yes, I would.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. I'll reset your action surge and your second wind.
Yeah. Okay, so hit dice. Oh no. I need to hit the actual hit dice.
So that's 6 hit dice. Or sorry, 6 hit points. Derp.
Derp.
Oh, bummer.
That sucks. That got me at 50. Yay! I'm still recuperating from haste.
And we are still fortunately under the another nat 1.
Oh my gosh!
In a row. Hey, you know what? At least those weren't during the fight.
Yeah, at least. What? No! Alright, that does it. I'm gonna give myself a hack and lay through.
Fair enough.
Stop this nonsense. Jeez. What the heck?
That's hilarious.
No! 3 in a row. What the heck?
Hilarious. Oh no.
Okay, so it was 8d4 plus 8, right?
I believe so, yes. Oh man. There you go, 27 hit points.
Okay, that's fine with me. 27, my gosh.
So that should take you up to 81.
Yeah, 81.
Do you want to roll some more? Because you're not quite at full.
I'm gonna try one more hit dice. Better not be a 2.
Hey, at 10.
Hey, that'll get me up there.
Yeah, right up to full.
Oh gosh. I can't believe I rolled.
Did you also want to eat a Dalek
I can't believe I rolled that. That is insane.
Right?
Yes, I do want to eat a Dalek bean.
Excellent choice.
Give me extra 10. My goodness.
And would you like to roll for Thea? Because she's
yes,
kind of badly
I would.
hurt.
What was that? 13 Dalek beans left in my stash. Go up Thea's page. Please roll better. Eight.
That's better. So that's 46. 49.
No more 2s, please.
That's better.
Hey.
That's 58.
How come it shows a 9 and it's green?
Because you rolled. Because rogues only have a D8 for their hit dice.
Oh. Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 4.
Okay.
So
62. Hey, there you go. 7. So that'll take her up to full. Does she also want to eat garlic bean?
yeah, why not?
And I just remember that Dell actually had the had 10 temporary hit points, so he actually shouldn't have taken that damage directly. Oops.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
let me see here. Do you remember? It was only like 4 damage, right? So he should only have 6 temporary hit points left.
yeah, he only took 4 damage.
All right, so we take our short rest.
Ugh.
So Varin sitting there, taking some food and some water, rubs at his eyes, cleans some of the gunk and the goo out of his hair, looks over at you, Adran. I bet some of that got into your gloves.
Yeah, it did. I
Bet
really need to wash my hands.
He gives a merciless chuckle. Excuse me. Adran, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Here we go.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Mm.
So we take our short rest, having eaten, having drunk some water that Thía was thoughtful enough to dump out and refill from the springs that we had left behind. And then if you wish, we can set out. It is
Yes.
It is currently about 10 in the morning. So we've traveled a fair ways. There's only one way to go in the canyon. There's a few branching off paths, but it's fairly obvious that they end fairly shortly.
Mm-hmm.
And besides which, they're too narrow for the cart to get through in either case. So so we won't be making any survival checks for navigating, and given the stony nature of the terrain, there's also not going to be any foraging checks.
All right.
So we continue on, the cart rattling and bouncing along the stone floor. We're kind of, nursing our various wounds. There's a spot on the wall that kind of has an odd sort of whitish color. After a few moments of examining it, you're able to determine, sir, that we've just found a fossil. Bones caught in the stone of some long dead and very large beast. The bones continue from almost 60 feet long before the fossil apparently ends.
Ooh.
If we had the appropriate tools, we could possibly have excavated it, but given our time constraints and the fact that we don't have such tools, it's kind of a fruitless endeavor to attempt it.
Yeah.
But it is a curious sight, indeed.
Definitely.
We've traveled excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. We've traveled for 8 miles. I think I just pushed the wrong button. I did. There we go. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
And Varin is going to expend another, excuse me, first level spell slot. That's the last one he had. So as we travel along this echoing long passage of canyon walls, stone to the sides and below, the sky open above us. Varin closes his eyes and focuses a little bit. Starts tensing up again. Shoulders kind of rising and falling as he starts breathing deeper. Elementals and fiends.
Great.
Dell behind us gulps and adds, that last fight took a lot out of me. I have very little strength left, magically speaking. I assume, Adran, that you will prefer I stay as far away from trouble as I can.
Preferred. Yes.
I do apologize. I won't be able to provide even that hope that I provided before.
It's not your fault.
I could possibly extend myself, for one more full spell, but past that, Adel pauses as he scratches at his beard of feathers. Still kind of unsure why it's there or how to get rid of it.
Beard of feathers is kind of growing on me.
It feels odd. I don't think we elves should have beards, let alone feathers.
Makes you look more mystic.
Feathers? Very well, I suppose.
Yeah, everybody's got to have their thing.
Varin just ignores the entire conversation.
I imagine he rolls his eyes and shakes his head a little.
Unfortunately, you're not sure because you can't see his eyes. He's got his face looking forward. Oh, excuse me. It is about mid-afternoon when down the way of the ravine, which is spreading out a little more broadly, let me get us, okay. Switching us over to the new map. And don't worry too much yet, I haven't actually put our tokens on the map yet.
Okay.
Something went wrong here. Oh, that's right, because I forgot to actually set the... Oops. Okay. So there you are, sir.
Oh, hello.
Get some more character token. Get your tokens all out here. Can you see everyone's health bars?
Yes.
Excellent. Do you realize that in all these fights, our bone cart still has not taken any damage?
Really?
Yeah. We've been doing a good job protecting it.
That's good.
Indeed. There it is. Oops. Alright, so Varin will be in the lead. I assume that's what you would prefer.
Yes.
Dell's driving the cart. How do you want you and Thía to be arranged?
On either side of Dell.
Okay. So we're navigating our way around a rather impressive stone column. Hang on. There we go. My computer is thinking very slowly.
Thinking.
Quite rude. Okay, good enough, I suppose. Whoops. So it is daylight, but with the fact that we are now into the mid-afternoon and the high canyon walls, it is getting a little dimmer. We are starting to rely more on our dark vision in order to see.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I accidentally grabbed Thea's token by mistake.
Oops.
And somehow not Dell. So let's get this ranged better.
I can see things have gone completely, horribly wrong.
Alright, do you want to catch Adran up with us, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. About this point, Varin pauses, looking around. You can see that kind of like telltale motion of the head that indicates Varin is sniffing the air. I smell blood.
What kind of blood?
Varin thinks for a little bit. There we go. Orc blood.
Well, this just got interesting.
Varin is also going to point out that when he did sense fiends earlier, there was he did move around, but was not able to determine if they were within, or if they were, if they were beyond 6 miles away from us or not. So,
Right.
so when he used primeval awareness before, he just sensed that fiends were somewhere within 6 miles.
Okay.
As well as elementals, given his curse. Another stone column rears up before us, leaving a very narrow gap. Dell will be able to get the cart through, but very slowly. Varin moves up and then holds up a hand and gestures for everyone to come closer. Dell is going to just wait and hold back to allow you both room to proceed. As you draw up alongside Varin, Varin points quietly at a trail of blood on the stone that leads back towards what looks like a shallow stone shelf, kind of raised up off the level of the canyon floor. It looks to have been a natural occurrence. However, there are some crudely carved steps leading up onto this little shallow plateau. So basically, get my little trail here thingy, my ruler. The blood trail leads. The trail very obviously leads like in this sort of a direction, or possibly in that direction. It's a little hard to tell.
Oh, yeah.
Should I check it out?
Go for it.
Thea, swing around to the right. I'll take the left. And Varin is going to attempt to proceed quietly. Again, there's nothing really to hide behind, but you can at least attempt to move quietly. Getting a 19.
And I'm sorry, where did you want Adran to move to?
Adran can go wherever he wants, whichever direction he wants. Given your high armor and general personality, Varin kind of just assumed you were going to make the direct approach. The plateau rises about 30 feet off, roughly around 30 feet. It's not exactly 30, but it's close to. And Adran, you can see Varin approaches the plateau, and then just instead of using the steps and therefore avoiding stepping in the blood, climbs up the side of this little plateau onto the top of the shelf.
Quite a climb.
Yeah, it takes him a little bit of movement, but he gets up there. It is a long climb, but it's not a difficult climb. And then you hear a low whistle from Varin. There's no one up here alive except me. Varin clarifies rather
narrowing that down.
I assume you climb up to the top as well, sir?
Yeah, just now climbed.
There is a ramshackle hut on one end of this small rise of stone. Nearby it is a raised bed of soil that looks like it was someone's crude attempt at gardening. The plants are very few and rather unhealthy looking, but managing to grow despite the lack of steady sunshine from above. The rundown hut itself actually leans precariously to one side. A few feet away from the raised bed of earth is a circle etched into the stone, covered with blood and the scattered pieces of a ripped apart body, which had evidently been sitting in the center of the circle. Would you like to investigate it, sir?
I would.
Alright, give me an investigation check. We're kind of in dim light conditions, so your dark vision is treating the area as normal light, so you can make an investigation check at normal.
Alright.
I misspoke. I should have said Arcana, but I will accept that 24 investigation because that was my mistake. Adran, you've never made one of these before. You have seen Thamior, your and now my brain is spacing as I try to remember his relationship to you, sir. Your great-great-great-grandfather, Thamior, and your mystical mentor. You've seen him construct one of these before, and you've seen the theory of creating them in some of his books, though you've never actually attempted to make one yourself. This is a circle of summoning, meant to draw creatures from other planes of existence into ours. Bloodied prints leave the circle, along with someone else's prints. There's clearly more than one set, and they're not human prints that leave the circle. Let me see here. Yeah. With that much of a successor, I will you ascertain that at least 3, maybe 4 creatures left this plateau of stone, 2 of which came from within the circle.
So at least 2 creatures were summoned.
And the ripped apart body is that of a young human female. Also with that success, sir, there's no evidence that she struggled.
So she was willing.
To be this? Varin replies rather sarcastically.
Or maybe it was unintentional and she didn't know what she was getting herself into.
I could understand that at least. We've been tricked a few times ourselves.
Yeah.
Varin,
she could have...
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to add too, she could have been trying to summon and may have summoned the wrong type of summoning spell, which ended up bringing her to her demise.
That is a potential. There are prints of someone who was outside the circle. I'll just slide that in because of your investigation check.
Yeah.
So she was in the circle. There was someone outside the circle, and whoever was outside the circle apparently departed with whatever came out of the circle.
Which is a little nerve-wracking, not too pleasant at all.
While you investigate this, sir, Adran is going to examine the blood trail.
Or Varin.
Yeah, Varin. Why do I keep doing that? That's really confusing me. So survival check. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Despite the fact that this is on stone, Varin very easily can pick out which way to go. Looks over at you, sir. Do we pursue it?
It's piqued my curiosity.
Alright. So Varin will slide down the stone wall of the plateau and start along the trail.
Do you need us to follow?
Unless you intend for me to face whatever it was on my own, I assumed you would be coming with me.
Well, then I'll make sure all of us go in sequence accordingly.
Del swallows it at the sight of all this. I guess I'll be at the back of the group.
Yes, you can trail in behind us. We'll make sure to keep you informed if there's anything dangerous ahead. We'll tell you when it's safe to stop moving and then remain there.
As you wish, Adran. I'm sorry I can't be of greater aid. That last fight really did take a lot of effort from me. I'm sorry.
Don't mention it.
And as Aaron passes by, Varin just kind of mutters in a rather brutal but honest tone, "Then get stronger, Del." And Del kind of wilts at the tone, but also nods because there's not much he can do to argue that.
Yeah.
So Varin is following the blood trail. We are still in desert terrain, fortunately for him. So while Wall's following the blood trail, Varin's also kind of like scanning the walls, the columns, the sky overhead, and stopping right about here. And Adran, you probably would have expected this to happen. A body only holds so much blood, and when someone's walked through it and then trailed it, it doesn't tend to go very long or very far. The visible trace of the blood trail ends at Varin's feet. Varin, however, looks around. I need to open something. Wrong something. Here we go. Varin closes his eyes and, standing very still, sniffs.
That's quite a smell.
This way. Come on. As he just walks off. Rather obviously not even waiting for instruction.
Is that gap right there not wide enough for Del to pass through?
Del is able to squeeze the cart through. Most of these passages for a cart are narrow, which means that he can get through. It's just slower. He has to take a little bit more care. Excuse me. If he wanted to go through at higher speed, he'd have to give like a vehicle handling check. Varin, still with his eyes closed, you might note, his nose in the air, walks along with complete confidence, head's turning slightly side to side, and just kind of like moves along the way. Oops. squeezing between the wall and another tall stone column. Yeah. I promise you, I can speak. My tongue does actually function as normal. And Varin will indicate this very narrow passageway while he conspicuously unwraps his sling and loads it. By the way, if you hadn't reloaded Thea's sling bullets from before, you could have gone ahead and done so. I forgot to mention that and do that for Varin as well. While it's unfortunate that that there's not a whole lot of wood for arrow supply, at least there's plenty of rock.
Oh yes.
Alright, so we will continue on the next map. Did you want to take a quick 10-minute break at this point, sir?
Yes I would, if that's
Okay.
alright.
Not a problem. I'm going to pause recording on you, and then on me. And we are back. Did that work? Yes, it did. Alright. Let's get us on the board here. And I hit the wrong button. And give me 1 second. Because I want to make sure I actually have the lighting set correctly. Unlike last time.
Yeah.
Alright, so... Ouch. Sorry, give me a second. Where is it? Need to double check something before we actually get going. So, my bad. I thought I had double checked this, and then I realized I'd double checked other things. Whoops. Okay. Unfortunately, we're not traveling for an hour, so Varin is not able to get full details. Excuse me. So I can't give you like numbers or sizes or anything. Wrong button again. That button. There we go. And it messed up. I'm going to delete your and my tokens because it did not bring over our health bars, which is quite annoying. There's yours, and yes, okay. Can you see all the health bars? Not Thea's. Okay. Bye-bye, Thía. How's that? Perfect. Alright. So Varin, following his nose. Oops. Go with you. Pauses where he is. There's a dead-end, small little alcove to the northwest, and Varin kind of looks around, frowns a little bit. One blood trail went to the south. One blood trail went to the southeast.
Great. So that means we might have to split up our group.
It's up to you. I suppose. Varin mutters.
Well, how about this? Varin, you go off in one direction, I'll go off in the other.
What
Thía,
if
you stay here with Del. Protect him. Okay, I will.
What if we get into trouble?
We hurry back and try to regroup.
Well, good luck following the blood trail. I hope you have a good nose.
I'll do my best, even though I'm probably not as good as you.
Alright, sir, you can give me a survival check.
Alright.
It's a little difficult, but you do detect the faint coppery scent. It's mostly difficult because it's hard to, filter out the smell from other smells, but given all the battles you've been in, it's not terribly hard to recognize the smell of blood. Varin doesn't even seem to hesitate. Wow, my system is going slow on that end. Goodness gracious, my system's lagging really bad.
I'm gonna use message and see if I can see if I can contact you.
What is the range on message? Can you put it in the chat?
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Okay. Does not have to follow a straight line, can travel freely around corners. Excellent. 120 feet. Perfect. Alright, so what message would you like to send?
In case we do see trouble, or in case I'm out of range of speaking to you, whatever's there, bring back to Thía and Del and give a report.
Yeah, sure, I will.
Alright, I'll see if I can get a hold of you in the next 30 seconds to a minute.
Okay. And by the way, do you want to proceed stealthily or not? Because Varin's going to try and go quietly.
I will try and go stealthily.
Alright, give me a stealth check, sir. Now bear in mind, you are trying to proceed in a quiet fashion, not necessarily... This is not to see if you are hidden, this is just to make sure no one hears you.
Right.
An 18 is a fairly decent stealth roll, well done.
Thank you.
Alright, so you can go ahead and position yourself another 30 feet of movement, sir. By the way, did you also want to eat any Silvataf while you're at it?
Oh, yes. Thanks for reminding me.
Because I mean, you're not exactly in combat, so if you want, you can eat enough to restore all of your first level spell slots.
Let's see. What do I have? Silvataf. I have 11, and I need about 4, so I will eat 4 Silvatafs.
All right. Then you can recover all of your first level spell slots.
Sounds good.
Okay. While you're doing that, Varin is proceeding along. You're not aware of this, but I'll describe it for the benefit of, unknown watchers. Varin is happening upon a wide open area where there doesn't seem to be any threats. But there is a rather large hole in the canyon floor. Sir, if you wouldn't mind holding still for 1 second.
Right.
While I try and position Varin. Come on. There we go. Alright, for you, sir. You see quite a few, channels in the canyon walls. Split off so they don't fully go anywhere. There is a pit in the ground ahead of you that leads into darkness. And it looks like there's a couple of different ways to go here. Give me another survival check to see if you can smell your way.
Come on.
the scent trail is extraordinarily difficult to find. The winds might have been blowing it around, and it comes to your mind that the scent trail is probably very old. Real quick, I'm gonna put 120-foot aura on you.
Okay.
Black was probably not the best color choice.
You can use like a green if you want.
Yeah, I'll put a green on there. There we go. So that indicates your range. I don't know if you can see. I know you can't see around corners. But at the moment, Thía is within your range. You're not sure if Varin is. So hold on you. What is Thía doing while we're exploring?
Let's see. I want to say that she is just going to be sitting there and kind of waiting. Just kind of keeping alert and keeping an eye out for Del.
Okay. Does she want to take the opportunity to hide where she is? Or just stand out there in the open?
I'll just have her stand out there out in the open.
Okay. In that case, Varin's turn. If I can get my system to actually work with me.
Okay.
Did you want to send Thía or Del a message?
Yes, I want to send Thía a message.
Okay, what are you going to tell her?
Thía, this is Adran. I've gone as far as I could possibly go, and there seems to be a couple other dead ends and a rather large hole in one little direction. I'm not exactly sure how far down it goes and whether or not you can actually find a safe way down. But it doesn't appear to have anything else.
So are you having Thía and Del join you then?
No, I'm letting them know that there's nothing else down here, really, and I'm just going to head back to them.
Okay. If you want, you can give me another survival check, or you can go ahead with your plan and rejoin them.
I'll give you another survival check just in case.
Okay. Ooh, there we go. A lucky draft of wind brings not just the scent of blood back to your nose, but also a distant noise, like metal on stone. It's faint. It's possible that the noise is escaping more upwards than along these twisting, narrow passageways.
Well, that's interesting.
As for Varin, he does succeed.
Probably out of reach.
Varin does succeed on his survival check. Oh, good grief. Give me 1 second. My system is going so slow on my other screen. Which I don't understand why, because it's going fine on my other screen. So on my Dungeon Master screen, and there's no lag. On my other screen, there's like massive lag. It's quite annoying. Okay. So are you going to follow the trail, or are you going to backtrack to Thía? Backtrack. All right. Before you potentially get lost in all these twisting canyons. Very well. Doing that.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this at disadvantage for Varin. Perception. Okay, so I get a nat 1, but I actually technically succeed on my... So you return to Thía, who quickly informs you that there has been no sight nor sound of Varin. And what do you make of that for you, sir?
Well, I'm gonna see if I can try to contact Varin, see if he's within range.
Okay.
Hey, Varin, this is Adran. Can you hear me?
Hi. I say as I appear right next to you.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I couldn't see much and I couldn't get close. But there's some large creatures that way. They seem to be beating at the walls, almost like they're trying to mine or something.
Okay. So, do they seem dangerous, or if we just pass them without interacting with them, we could possibly do so without starting up a fight?
If you mean, can we go around them? The blood trail leads right to them.
Really?
Yes. There is absolutely no doubt in Varin's tone.
Well, my blood trail ended up leading to a really big hole in the ground.
I did warn you that...
As I was returning back, I kind of heard... I don't know if it was coming straight from the hole. It could have been elsewhere. But I did hear, like, some type of noise, like metal scraping against stone.
I can go faster and quieter than anyone here. And I can sense things a lot better than anyone here. Why don't you just let me go check it out?
Alright, you do so.
Alright. Varin is going to attempt another stealth check. 25 is amazing. Now I am using a feature of Natural Explorer here. That I don't get lost. Of course, that's only when I'm traveling for an hour or more. Let's see. Okay, so it is for an hour or more. If I'm traveling alone, I can move stealthily at a normal pace. So unfortunately, I won't be able to benefit from that, unless I take an hour or more to scout things out. It's up to you.
Right.
Do you want to wait an hour for Varin to scout?
Why don't I wait an hour? Yeah.
Alright. So Varin takes off. I'm not going to bother moving my token around for this. But going down the way you went, I'm going to roll the same perception check at the same spot. Yeah, Varin does not have any trouble following the scent trail. Give me 1 second. After an hour's worth of time, Varin does the exact same thing he did before, where he just appears, but this time he appears between you and Thía and just taps you both on the shoulder before either of you see or hear him.
Oh. Varin, you really need to let us know before you actually, do that.
I am letting you know.
What did you find out?
Okay, 1 second. I am having a problem on my Dungeon Master screen. That's not a good idea. For some reason, our health bars are not showing up on my screen.
Oh.
So let's see if I can fix that. Yes, and there we go. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. There is dust and stones falling off of Varin. So, Varin explains that he basically, in order to get eyes on what's going on, he climbed the walls in order to approach unseen.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We've faced ogres. There are creatures that look like ogres. They seem to be trying to dig into the stone walls of the canyon. What for? I don't know. They're being watched over by... They kind of look like humans. Very big, very strong humans. They look red-skinned, almost like they've been burnt in the sun. They didn't seem to be wearing much except for a wrap around their face, their head, and the rest of their clothes looked like chains.
Well, that's not too pleasant.
There is a robed figure taking their ease against the stones, just sitting there and watching the proceedings. And I didn't get close, but there is hiding high up on the canyon wall.
Yeah.
Is there a problem? Okay. Should I pause? Oh, utter silence. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause regardless. Fine. All right. Small interruption done with. No problems anywhere. So restart. There's a chamber ahead. Both the directions we went do lead to it. I was able to climb the walls and proceed quietly and get a fairly good idea of where everyone is. In the north of the chamber, there is what looks like an ogre, not quite as ugly, that's trying to dig into the stone wall with a club. It's rather ineffective. It's being watched by a brutish-looking person who looks like their skin, where it's exposed, was burnt, not by the sun, but by fire. They wear a cloth about their head and about their face, exposing only their eyes. The rest of their body is adorned in chains. A little further south, and against the eastern wall, is a robed orc. Their robes are covered in blood. It's the scent trail. It's definitely the source of the scent trail we've been following. That orc seems to just be taking their ease, relaxing against the stone wall, watching the ogre-like creatures dig, or try to dig. In the south of the chamber are two more of those ogre-like creatures, being watched by another of the red-skinned, chain-wearing people. To the west, and high up on the canyon wall, there's a creature hiding. I could smell it, I could hear it shifting a little bit, but I didn't get to see it very well.
That's a little unsettling.
I will point out, Adran, unless you were near Thía, effectively you would have been surprised had Varin not warned of the creature's presence. Had the combat started.
Got it.
So either passage will lead us towards whatever's going on. How do you want to handle this?
Well, I definitely want to leave Dell somewhere safe, so we could leave him in this little, I don't know, cavern area right here.
Dell, listening to all this, doesn't argue at all. He is going to move the cart along with all the supplies into that area, and then he'll hesitate and look at you, Adran. I totally forgot to roll to see how many of his charges recovered during the morning. Because of that, I'll just go ahead and say it fully recharged. I do have the Staff of Healing. I don't have much magical strength left, but I do have the Staff of Healing. I can still be of aid if you want.
I would say probably just leave the carts and the mule there, and then stay at a distance with us.
Are we going to be splitting up to attack this, or are we going all as one group?
We're gonna go in one group.
Okay. Varin is really quickly. Yeah. Varin is going. Sorry?
I said, man.
Right?
You've been making some really good rolls here.
Varin is basically going to cover up the trail of the bone cart into this passageway, and with some careful application of dust, stone, blankets, etc., mask the presence of the mules and the bone cart.
Okay.
So Dell is going to leave the cart behind, rather nervously, since it's proven to be of good aid in keeping him unarmed. Alright, so which way do you want to go, sir?
We're gonna go down this middle area where Varin is, went and checked things out.
Okay. What's the marching order?
Varin's in the lead. Then comes Thía. And then I'm next, and then Dell's behind me.
Fair enough. And Dell brandishes the Staff of Healing. Oops, wrong button. Which I should probably have that information up as to what we can do with it. Item Staff of Healing. There we go. And did you want to cast any sort of like preemptory spells or not? Preemptive spells, whichever. Can you hear me? Adran?
What the heck? How did my microphone go dead?
I have no idea. Welcome back. Are there any spells you want to cast prior to going into this?
Not at this time.
Okay. And also, do you wish everyone to proceed stealthily?
Yes.
Alright, please give me stealth checks.
Alright.
22, 28. And a 12.
Which is why he's gonna be staying back.
Fair enough. So it's now currently about 3:30 in the afternoon, just so you know.
Alright. Alright, so which way do we go now?
Varin will point to the south around this corner. Assuming the ping will go off. Man, there's a massive lag on my player screen. And at this point, at this position, you can clearly hear the rhythmic banging of stone, of wood on stone. There's a little bit of a scrape to it, almost as though there is stone, there's stone and wood. Kind of putting a picture in your mind of like a really crude pickaxe, but a very big crude pickaxe. I said wood.
Side,
I said wood, but I should have said stone. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was saying negative side, it's crude. Positive side, it's big.
I think you mean that the other way around. And moving to there. Alright. Okay, you can now see from your current position a large gray-skinned creature. It kind of looks like an orc and an ogre had a child. Not quite
That bad, huh?
Not quite as ugly as either, but not nearly remotely close to being attractive. Its grotesquely oversized muscles are covered in a sheen of sweat as it digs with almost a frantic pace at the wall. Its crude implement of bone and stone worked together into a pick, making very little impression on stone. Watching it with almost obsessive fixation is a humanoid, in that it looks like a human in shape, but it also has inordinately large muscles, taut as though ready to leap into action at any moment. As Varin described, wearing a cloth draped around its head and a mask across its face, leaving only its burning red eyes exposed, unblinking even in the heat and the dust and the wind. There is a little bit of cloth about this person's waist. It is a very masculine figure. As far as any other clothes, however, it's just draped in chains that seem inordinately still. At the moment, that is all we can see from our current position. I imagine that we're basically like pressed up against the canyon walls.
Oh, yeah. Let me be pressed up against the wall here.
And Dell is just staying back. It does not seem as though anyone's aware of our presence. Adran, you can give me either an Arcana or a Religion check.
Let's see. It's gonna work. Oh, it's both the same, so.
Fair enough. A nat 20.
What? What?
You recognize the figure wearing chains. It is a fiend. In various accounts of lore out of legend, it is something that would have been regarded in the bowels of the abyss to be a kind of a jailer. You would know that it does use its chains as weapons, or as implements of torture, or both. Preferably both. You would also know that such a being can be summoned to this plane of existence. Such a summoning does not ordinarily require a human sacrifice, but one can be done. And by human sacrifice, I basically mean a mortal being. It doesn't have to be human explicitly. How do you wish to proceed, sir?
I feel like sending a little package to him.
I'll send both of our... Okay, whatever. Sorry. I'm still having issues with, excuse me, health bars on my Dungeon Master screen. Varin looks over at you and mouths, "Do we kill them?"
Well, they don't look friendly.
So is that a yes, we're going on the attack?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, don't move forward yet.
No.
So Varin, all things considered, do you share any of the information about what you recognize of this creature with the others?
Yes, I do share that information with everyone.
Okay. Did you want to give instructions to this fight, or just let us go all willy-nilly?
Be wary, but also no restrictions.
All right. In that case, roll for initiative. Wow. Dell. Wow, Adran, top of the initiative order. Wait, why'd you roll again?
Nice.
Wait. Oh, you're rolling for Thía. One of those rolls was for Thía?
Oh, did you roll for Thía?
I did not.
Because I did, since I was in control of it.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
So Thía was 20, I was 21.
Yeah, gotcha. You would have actually... You're 21? No, you're 23. You rolled a nat 20.
No, that was the Arcana check.
Oh, my bad. Well, still one top of the... You got top of the initiative order. You beat Thía out for initiative.
I know, that's weird.
Is my screen going to stop lagging? There we go. My goodness. There is a crazy lag.
Is your computer overheating?
It does feel pretty hot. Not exactly reassuring.
Not really.
But it is doing a lot. So what are you gonna do? Alright, so we have successfully snuck up on everyone. Everyone south of us is surprised. Adran, you are the first to act. What would you like to do,
I want to send this guy a magic missile, but using one of my number 2 spell slots.
Which guy is this guy?
The one with the chains and the burnt skin.
Alright. Alright, go for the attack, sir.
Here we go, magic missile.
Oh yeah, not the attack, damage. Are you sending all 4 darts at it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 8 points of force damage. Total. 4 darts, 2 points of damage each. So you just cast your magic and boom! Anything else for you, sir?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up forward. There we go. 30 feet, that's as far as I can go.
Excellent. I assume you have your shield in hand.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Let's see here. Alright, so this person is surprised. Thea.
Oh, wait, I forgot. Did we make Sanguine nonetheless a action?
No,
or a bonus
we
action?
changed it to a bonus action. So you can,
Okay.
as a bonus action, activate it and choose your damage type. And with a spell slot spent.
Yes. I wanted to do that for my bonus action.
Alright. What damage do you want? You have force, you have thunder, you have acid, and fire. I will point out, especially given your earlier Arcana check, thunder or force are probably your best damage types of choice here.
I was gonna go for force.
Excellent. In that case, damage type force. Bingo. Done.
Awesome.
And you spent the spell slot, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, it is now Thea's turn. What would Thea like to do?
Alright. Thea is going to pull out her sling.
Okay.
And hit this massive guy right here.
Okay. Let's see here. If she moves to the east first, I'll allow her to attack from unseen, gaining advantage, and therefore sneak attack.
Okay. Alright. So I am there. Clear sight.
Indeed. Go for the attack with advantage.
Alright, there's the page. Attack with the sling. Oh, right, advantage. There we go.
A crit.
Wow.
Oh boy, there it is. Alright.
And sneak attack?
Yes, roll the sneak attack damage, please.
14.
That's a total of 57 points of damage because of brutal criticals.
What?
So she moves, launches the stone from her sling. It whistles past your head with a vicious sounding whir, and there's an audible crack of a snapping neck. The ogre being drops soundlessly to the, or not soundlessly, drops heavily to the ground. Quite dead.
Adran turns and says, "Did you just use like a diamond on that thing?"
You can hear even Varin just, huh, nice.
Huh.
Alright, anything else for Thea?
There's nothing for her to do to go stealth or anything, or hide or anything.
There's nowhere for her to hide, but she could bonus action dash and move further along. She's only moved 30 out of 35 feet.
Alright, so bonus action dash, that would be 35, so move there. And I'm just gonna have her right there.
Okay. Opening up more sight of everything for her.
Yep.
Okay. We move now to Varin's turn. Oops. Varin moves up. Could attack with his sling. Would it be worth it? Or would it be...
Too bad you can't use an arrow.
I mean, I could use an arrow, it's just that it's going to be incredibly difficult to replace said arrows.
Hey, I still have 3 quivers full of arrows.
Yeah, because you were set up as an archer and you've never, since level 4, you've never looked back. Let's see. Varin is going to... Yeah, Varin's going to go ahead and launch attacks with his sling. At normal. Crit. Since that creature was wounded.
Colossal
Slayer on that
You're
crit.
welcome.
Thank you very much. Wow. That is beautiful. That's a total of 30 points of bludgeoning damage.
Whoa.
Your microphone cut out again, sir. Unfortunately, as you expected, Adran, while damaging, this creature barely seems affected by such punishing blows from the sling. And then for his interaction, Varin is going to put away his sling. Basically just wrap it around his arm. Surprised, surprised, surprised. Del has nothing to do yet. So what Del will do... He's going to move closer into all this and take the dodge action. So he can stay close and ready to help if needed. Top of the round, there's no longer anyone surprised. I'm going to hit the reconnect button, sir, and see if I can get audio with you again. Are you there? Try saying something.
Hello?
There we are. Yep, I got you. Alright. It is your turn, sir. Did you want to play at the top of the hour, or do we want to pause here?
Oh no, let's play to the top of the hour.
Alright, go for these.
This is getting exciting.
What would you like to do, sir?
I'm gonna rush in and then thrust with my sword.
Nice. The invisible blade of force aiming straight for this guy's chest. Go for the attack.
Like the mighty elephant.
Yeah, that'll hit. Stabbing right into his right pectoral for 6 force damage. You can see the flesh indent and then rebound back out.
And then I swing at him again.
Bring it. Oh, yeah, okay. That'll hit for another 10.
I hate scarecrows.
A thought intrudes into your mind. I am no scarecrow.
Oh dear, I need to wash my hands.
Anything else for you, sir?
Well, since I don't have haste, no, there's nothing else I want to do.
Missing haste, are we?
Yes.
Too bad you don't have the haste spell.
Oh,
Alright.
that would be nice.
Now the creature's turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So you recall that it was, actually, darn, I should have done that. Oh well. You recall the fact that it was festooned in chains.
Mm-hmm.
Those chains remained rather unnervingly still despite the amount of attacks that landed on this creature. But as it turns to you, its thoughts crawling into your mind, 4 chains on this creature's body suddenly rise up of their own accord.
Oh. Not again.
Wait, hold on, there we go. Two of the chains slither off its body, moving along the ground like snakes, even as thorns suddenly sprout from the metal links.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Okay, so the chains aren't yet able to attack, but they do move like so.
Hey. Heal.
Thea's turn.
Sit.
She is suddenly
Roll over.
confronted with a chain before her and a chain behind her that slither along the ground like snakes, with thorns sprouting from their metal links. What would Thea like to do?
Guys, not really liking this very much.
Oh, my back.
Well, I'm guessing that all this is happening because of this guy. He's controlling the chains, I'm guessing.
A fairly astute guess.
Well, I want to take Thea and move her right behind him,
Okay,
but I assume that's going to cause an attack of opportunity from the chain.
one way to find out.
There we go, I moved.
Unsurprisingly, the chains are creatures, or not creatures, they are objects, not creatures. They get no attacks of opportunity.
Oh, goody!
She is now flanking with you, sir. I imagine that
Yes,
she
she
might
is.
put that to good use.
I believe so. So, we got short sword in hand still, and I'm going to attack at him.
With advantage. A 26 is going to hit. Give me sneak attack.
Great, sneak attack. There we go. Oh,
Nice! That's 23 points of damage.
nicely done, Thea.
Anything else for the wily rogue?
Well, I don't know. What else can she do for bonus?
Disengage, dash, or hide.
Nothing to hide in, though.
She has moved 15 feet, so she could disengage and move away if she wanted to.
I'm gonna leave her right where she's at.
Very well. Oh dear.
I'm sorry about that.
High up on the canyon wall, down near the southeast area, which I just realized you can't see. There we go. Where I just sent that ping.
Yeah.
Something stirs. A rather large thing stirs and comes crawling down the wall with unnerving speed.
Oh boy.
Carrying on its back a wild-looking human with bedraggled hair, two wide eyes, and a staff in one hand. And this thing is going to take its action to dash. Oh, man. Might help if it's actually on an ordinary square. Good guess, except it's not actually, two different people. Or sorry, one full person. It is two separate people. I'm just gonna say that's as far as I can go with the dash. A very large spider. Yo, I understood the reference. Alright, so that was its turn. To the south, the ogre-looking things look over their shoulder, but they don't stop from their task of mining. Attempting to mine. At least not yet. Alright, so Varin's turn. Varin slides out of his scabbard his one magic weapon, the Darkling Dagger. Comes rushing in. 16 feet, okay. And is going to attack. Has no advantage because no flank. Bummer. Darkling Dagger. That'll hit. And I'll go ahead and put Colossus Slayer on that. So that 7 becomes a 12. Excuse me, goodness. And then he will stab again. Oh, goodness, that'll hit for 9 damage. Yeah, that's worth it. However, the creature is not does not take massive damage from that. Manages to hold its ground. By the way, I meant to mention this earlier after our short rest. You would have taken the time during our short rest to examine Varin's silvered short sword. During our previous fight, when we were fighting those other creatures, I rolled a couple of -1s for damage, and what I ruled is, since I couldn't give negative damage to a creature, that actually counted as damage against the sword. So Varin's silvered short sword took 2 points of damage effectively. It is not a very effective weapon anymore. That's not what should be there. What's going on? Interesting. Weird. The robed orc, I do see your question. Varin will shake his head, no. The robed orc down here rises to his feet, looks around, spitting angry. Let me see here. What do I want to do? He's going to touch himself. And Adran, you do sense magic in effect. Yeah. Oops. There we go. Then he barks some form of an order. And is going to retreat around in the corner of the wall. The chain-adorned figure to the south of us turns and looks at us with its burning red eyes. Doesn't say anything, but the two ogre-looking people to the south of it both cease in their attempts to mine the walls, as though turning to come to the battle. Adran, a thought intrudes into your mind. We would be willing to let you pass if you agree to a deal. Do you answer, sir? Are you currently distracted, sir? Okay. Is that an answer to my question or to the creature's question? Uh-oh. Is that on your...
What's that? Yeah, I had to swap headphones.
Gotcha.
But also, too, I kept it muted because of background noise.
Gotcha. So, a thought has crawled into your mind. I don't know if you heard it before. We would be willing to let you pass if you accept the deal.
No deal.
At your answer, 4 chains leap off this fellow's body. quick. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the chains don't actually leap off its body. My bad. 4 chains on the creature's body suddenly start writhing and sprouting thorns as it approaches. Unable to get all the way to us except close to Thea. There we go. Alright, so moving to Dell. Continuing to take the dodge action, he's going to move a little bit closer, but still try to stay out of trouble.
Alright.
The person riding the giant spider. What's going on here? Conjures up a flame in their hand and is going to hurl it at Thea. Getting a 6 to hit, which I'm pretty sure misses.
Okay.
Top of the round, Adran, to you, sir.
There.
Mute yourself again. Are you there, sir? Are you there? I cannot hear you. I'm going to have to edit this visually out a little bit in a bit. I'm going to try reconnecting to you. How now? You've muted yourself. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. I cannot hear you. Can you hear me? I assume yes. Alright. It is your turn, sir. We'll press on because we're running a little short on time. I assume you wish to attack the chain festooned creature in front of you. Alright, give me attack with advantage. This will probably be very brief. It is indeed very brief. As you whip your force blade about, and there's no visual to it, but suddenly there's a very thin hole where the creature's throat is. As you deal 11 damage. And it bursts apart. I imagine Thea responds with, "Oh, of course. I'm out of your way." Okay, you're actually on the spider. In the spider. There you go. And are you attacking the spider or the rider? That's gonna hit in either case. I just need to know which one you're targeting. The spider. You deal it 13. Ow! It is instantly bloodied as you stab deep into its side. Anything else for you, sir? You try saying anything now? Okay, I still don't hear you. Do you wish to action surge or no? Alright. In that case, Thea is up next, and she is suddenly confronted by a creature wearing whipping chains. It's gonna range it like that. So the chains are still on its person, they're not actually occupying those spaces. What would Thea like to do? She could attempt to stab this creature, or she could use her bonus action to disengage. Never mind. Either of those attacks would hit, but she's not attacking with advantage. Is she attacking the chains or the creature? Okay. She does hit and deals it 11 damage. No sneak attack because no advantage. Anything else for Thea? Bonus action disengage and move somewhere. Excellent. She has another 15 feet if she wishes to move that far. Or is that it for her? Okay, there we go. The giant spider is currently a controlled mount and doesn't actually get to act. However, to the south of you, sir, there is a very large creature who can act. There we go. Comes booming up to you and takes a two-handed swing at you, getting a 9 to hit. I always imagine you hear the footsteps, you turn, you look up, you're like, "Hi," and then this huge axe just comes swinging down at you, and you leap over the scything blade. All right then, Varin is going to close in on this chain festooned creature. And with his Darkling Dagger, go for the attack at normal twice. The 12 will miss, the 24 will hit, for a total of 9 damage with very low roll from Colossus Slayer. Bummer. Wah, 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 indeed. Not worth it yet. Alright. In the meantime, the other big ogre-like being, seeing that there's a break from its monotonous task, it can't actually reach you, sir. There's too many obstacles in its path. So instead it takes the dodge action. Alright, next up. That's not helpful. Ow. This looks like a fun one. Adran, please give me a wisdom saving throw. Unfortunately, that is not enough. Arcane words chant through the air in an orcish tongue and voice. They seem lulling, relaxing, imprisoning, possibly one might say even paralyzing. You are paralyzed, sir, trapped within the magic of this enemy. So good thing you're not concentrating on anything. You are currently incapacitated. You cannot move, you cannot speak, you cannot take actions, reactions, or bonus actions. You automatically fail all strength and dex saving throws. All attacks against you have advantage, and any attack that hits you, if the attacker is within 5 feet, is going to be a critical hit. Awkward for you, I'm sure. The chain festooned creature that's facing Varin is going to grab 2 of the chains that are still draping its body, and is going to attack Varin, hitting for 14 piercing damage, slashing damage. That is going to go to my temporary hit points first. So goodbye temporary hit points, and then forge my normal. And then it's going to whip at Varin again. Getting a 22 to hit for another 10. You may recall that 4 of the chains on his body. So there we go, 1 second. Okay. So this chain festooned creature whips at Varin. The chain actually lashes around Varin's body, grappling Varin in place. And then the other chain whips and slashes Varin. And then, let's see. You recall that 4 chains on this fellow's body animated? All 4 of them turn towards Varin. $14 misses, 19 misses, but 22 and 20 both hit for another total of 19 slashing damage. Varin's looking a little hurt. Alright, Varin is currently grappled, and his speed is currently 0. But so too is the grapplers. Dell, let's see here. Is going to, let's see, what is that spell? Oops. Might help if I spell it correctly. Nah, doesn't want to use that quite yet. going to spend 4 charges from the Staff of Healing and cast Cure Wounds at 4th level. At Varin. Varin recovers 23 hit points. That took 4 charges from the Staff of Healing. Wow. The fellow riding the giant spider next to you, sir, turns a wicked-looking smile and a crude-looking scimitar your way. However, the scimitar's pitted and scratched edge clangs harmlessly off your shield. You're completely immobilized, and yet he still can't hit you. Top of the round. Okay. You are still currently paralyzed. There's nothing you can do, but at the end of your turn, you can give me a wisdom saving throw. So basically give me a wisdom saving throw. That is a success. You break free of the spell's control. I only wish I could actually hear you. Are you muted, by the way, with your microphone? Can you unplug your microphone and just have your computer's microphone work? I'm not sure. I don't know what microphone you're using. I'm gonna reconnect though. Oops. Can you hear me now? I still don't hear you. Did you hit the reconnect button? Not the reconnect. I'm gonna have to edit this out again. You hit it 3 times. Correct. Alright. That is it for Adran's turn then, I suppose. In that case, it is now Thea's turn. Before she does anything... Actually, no, go ahead. It is Thea's turn. No, the wisdom saving throw comes at the end of your turn, sir. So you don't get to move, you don't get to do anything. But but on your next turn you'll get to do something. All right. So, Thea's turn. What does Thea want to do? Is she attacking with a sling? Okay. She's attacking at normal. So no, well, actually, yeah, she would get sneak attack because I'm within 5 feet. So let's see if she hits. Give me the sling attack, sir. A 10 is a long miss. The stone goes soaring over the creature's head. And then, even though it's already past the creature, one of the chains reaches up and smacks the sling stone on its way. Ba-twing! The giant spider doesn't get to do anything. However, this ogre-looking creature finally gets the hint and moves over, and now it has advantage on attacking you. Oh no, it doesn't because they're not paralyzed anymore. Bah! Boo! Still, I get a critical hit to hit you. I believe that's all of your temporary hit points. So I imagine you start laughing because you're like, ha ha ha, I'm free! And all of a sudden, wham! Well, hey, at least it was only your temporary hit points. And it wasn't, well, I mean, it was a critical hit. Never mind. Alright, so it's the start of Varin's turn. However, the chain festooned creature that Varin's facing, I'm currently within 30 feet of it. Varin has to make a wisdom saving throw against being frightened. Which, fortunately, Varin has advantage on. Thank you, Steel Will. So let's see how this goes. An 18 is a success, and Varin is not frightened. Instead, Varin snarls, "You think that's going to scare me? I am that which gives creatures like you nightmares!" And brings his darkening dagger to the attack. Getting a critical hit. I'll put my Colossus Slayer on that critical hit. Oh my goodness. 7 plus 9 plus 4 plus 15. I deal it 35 points of damage and the creature is immediately bloodied. Varin makes no attempt to break free of the chains and instead snarls out, "Thía! Help Adran! I don't need it!" And then the like me guy steps up next to you, sir. Attack, not roll. Okay, there it goes. I get a 15. Another crashing battle axe smacks down on your helmet, sir, giving your ears a rather painful ring, but otherwise unaffecting you. Alright, seeing as how that didn't turn out in his favor. Wait, what? You would have killed who? What? Is that Adran speaking to the chain festooned creature? Ah, to the ogre-like fellow. Adran, you hear another rhythmic chanting sound, and I need a charisma saving throw from you, sir. Oh wait, hold on. Not a charisma. Sorry, don't hit the button. A Constitution saving throw. I do beg your pardon. Oh, wait, hang on. Give me a second. Okay, I do beg your pardon. I'm looking at two different spells. Please give me a charisma saving throw. This time I am certain I'm correct. I'm not sure what you mean if it's a charm or not. But go ahead and give me a charisma saving throw. Oh, oh, I see what you mean. No, this is not someone trying to charm you. But thank you for bringing that to my attention. That is a failure, and you are, as this creature completes casting Bane. Whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw, I'll need you to roll me a d4 and subtract that from the attack roll or the saving throw. This is the opposite of bless. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna put this on here. I'm actually gonna make this it. So let's see if this works. So currently you are under the effects of Bane. Adran, to the northeast of you, is still chained up by one of the chains, or grappled by one of the chains. I guess that's a better way of putting it. So since Varin is grappled, Varin takes an automatic 10 damage from the thorny chains wrapped around him. Ow. And then the creature is going to whip at Varin with his chain, his loose chain, getting a crit and a 23 to hit. So that is 19 from the crit, ow, and 8 from the other chain. And then yeah, all 4 chains are going to come at Varin as well. Oh goodness, this is gonna hurt. 27 hits for 14. 13 misses, 25 hits for 9. And 23 hits for 12. Varin is very badly hurt. But fortunately, it is now Dell's turn. Dell gives a gulp and is going to cast at 4th level again, Cure Wounds, because it looks like that's needed. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Varin this time recovers only 17 hit points. Varin will still snarl, "Help, Adran! I don't need it!" The creature riding the spider has the spider disengage. Come on. And is going to, let's see. It is going to throw its hand out towards Thía, and all of a sudden, vines and weeds sprout out of the stone surrounding her in a 20-foot square, reaching to entangle her. There we go. So at the start of her turn, she'll have to make a strength saving throw or be captured within it. Did you want to call it for the night, sir, or do you want to go one more round? One more round. All right. Top of the round. Sir, you are currently baned. I assume that's not an actual word, but I'm going to use it anyways. What would you like to do, sir? Well, it is a concentration spell. And these are large creatures. You could attempt to use a bonus action to tumble through their area and move without a movement cost to attack that caster. You could use Expeditious Retreat, your action to disengage, and then get up to the creature and then action surge attack. You've got a few options. Bonus action, Expeditious Retreat. You're concentrating on it, and you can dash as part of casting the spell. And on a bonus action for the next. Oops, what did you? Well done, sir. All right, what would you like to do? I assume action to disengage. Okay, you move. Did you disengage? Okay, good. And then I assume action surge and two attacks. Go for it. A crit. No, not a crit. My bad. I saw the plus and I was like, oh, a crit. No, that's a 26 to hit, which does actually hit for 6 force damage. Excellent. That is a 17 to hit and another 10 damage. So now I need to make 2 Constitution saving throws. Well, it doesn't help. He loses concentration and you are no longer under Bane. Well done, sir. Alright, I need a strength saving throw from Thía. $14 is just barely enough. She is not restrained, but the area she's in is difficult terrain for her. What would she like to do? She moves out. Okay. Okay, is she going to use her action to attack? Alright, who's she attacking? The creature that Varin said don't attack? Alright, go for the attack. A 13 is unfortunately not enough. The chains suddenly bunch up and block the stone from even drawing close to this creature. They are moving as sinuously as snakes. Anything else from Thía? And you are remembering to take away her stones, right? With each attack. Bristling stones. Bonus action dash. Excellent. Okay, perfect. Alright, and she is moving to where? trying to figure that out. Can she move that far? Because she's only getting another 35 feet, not 70. Yeah. So she could get to here. Or there, I guess. Okay. Alright. Not a problem. The spider doesn't get to act because it's a controlled mount. Boom, boom, boom. And here comes an attack for you, sir. Getting an 8. There's suddenly a chunk of stone missing from the ground at your feet. And there's a ping, ping, ping as it bounces down the canyon walls. Alright, Varin's turn. Who is very badly hurt, but in a fighting fury. The 25 is gonna hit. The 15 is a hit, but it's a glancing blow. So that becomes 13 damage. Yeah, oops, wrong button. Instead of actually pursuing you, sir, the other ogre actually moves up towards the chain-adorned creature. And with a furious scream, brings its weapon down. Excuse me, in an attack. Okay, that's gonna hit for 6 damage. Alright, now the creature you're fighting, sir. The caster starts screaming in fury, clearly frustrated and bloodied. And it is going to shut up and let me poke you. Alright, just for that, it is going to do this. Let's see what's my attack bonus. Okay. It reaches out its hand suddenly coated in a green, shimmering, cold energy. I get a 23 to hit you. Do I hit you? Wait, your armor class is like 25 currently, isn't it? Okay, so yeah. It comes close to your face and you can feel the sickly feeling of necrotic energy nearly touch you. The chain-adorned person says something in its tongue, like an actual verbal statement, but since none of us know what its language is, it sounds rather annoyed that the ogre-like fellow would attack it. Almost like, I've only been torturing you. Why are you upset with me? So Varin is going to take the damage from being imprisoned, which is only 3 damage. Yay! Yay for not so painful. it is. And it's going to make a chain attack at the ogre. Or the ogre-like thing. Oh, I'm so glad that didn't hit me. That is 23 damage. And now the ogre is restrained. Or grappled, excuse me. So 2 chains are going to attack Varin, and 2 chains are going to attack the ogre-like being. So 2 for Varin. The 27 hits for 10. The nat 1 misses. And 2 for the ogre being. There is a sickly ripping sound, and all of a sudden 2 of the chains are holding a oversized brain and an oversized heart. And then casually, the chains crush both brain and heart over the course of the former inhabitants, or the former dwelling place of those particular body parts. Dell has very few charges left on his Staff of Healing and doesn't want to expend them. So instead, he's going to use his last spell slot and cast Healing Word at 2nd level. Wow, max! Varin recovers 11 hit points. Top of the round, or not top of the round. Alright. It points at this creature riding the spider, points at the sword Thea is carrying, and it suddenly glows red hot. Thea takes an immediate 4 fire damage as her sword suddenly is heated. And then he's going to use his bonus action to cause the exact same thing to happen. She takes an additional 12 fire damage. And I need Thea to give me... If Thea wants to hold on to the sword, then I need her to give me 2 Constitution saving throws.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh wow, I had to actually go into the physical settings and just change a few things around.
Go figure.
So
Okay. 2 Constitution saving throws.
2 Constitution saving throws. Let's do this. That was for Thea, you said?
Yes, for Thea.
Okay. Here's 1.
That is a success.
Okay, and here's the 2nd.
That is a fail. She is forced to drop her sword.
Oh no.
I'm kind of curious, what was your reaction when I described the chain ripping out the brain and heart of the ogre-like being?
I was a little bit like, wow, that's gruesome. I kind of wish I could see it in video.
We are at the top of the round. I have a question for you, sir.
Yes.
Do you want to go one more round?
I do want to go one more round now that I'm talking in audible.
I completely understand. Alright, sir.
Because trust me, trying to text everything for 2 different people is kind of tough for me.
I'm quite certain of that. Alright, sir. It is your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for it anyway.
Okay.
Go ahead and do my really stupid, crazy thing. I'm gonna use a spell slot and cast magic missile on the guy right in front of me.
Go ahead. All right. Is this a second level or first level?
Oh, let me double check something. I actually want to do second level.
Oh, how many second levels is it supposed to? All right, go for it. So that's 4 darts. Give me the damage.
4 darts. All right, here we go. Magic missile. A little bit better than 2.
That is, yeah, right. That is 12 points of damage. Nice. Anything else for you, sir?
Well, I still have Expeditious Retreat. I could use that to kind of sneak away.
You could. Do you wish to?
No.
Okay. Anything else for you? Oh, excuse me.
Gosh. No, I don't need to use my bonus second win because I haven't,
You've not actually taken any damage yet.
except for the temporary 10 hit points.
But
That
it
was
says, yeah, those are only the temporary. hit
definitely
points.
awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I think I'm good. I think I'm just gonna stay here.
Alrighty. In that case, we move to Thea.
All right. Okay, so she dropped her short sword,
Yes.
or she was forced to. Who did the forcing? Was it the guy on the spider?
Yes, this guy right here.
Okay.
Who I had
So-
meant to say dropped his concentration on its angle. I just forgot to actually do that. Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's like you covered your microphone or something.
Wow, that was weird. Okay, so. Okay, can I pick up the short sword?
She can. It's still burning red hot.
Oh, never mind. Let's see. Let me check real quick what she has in her. Oh, she does have a dagger.
She does.
All right.
She could move up, use her fast hands to kind of like trying to blind the rider, and then take. And if she succeeds, she could make an attack with advantage and get sneak attack.
Yeah, I have no idea how exactly to go about doing that.
All right. If that you want to do that,
Oh yeah, no, it sounds great.
okay. So you go up
Sneak
to.
attack on
So
her.
go ahead and move up close to the rider and the spider. And if we're gonna kind of follow the same kind of idea as grappling, give me a dexterity give me a sleight of hand check. That's what I was trying to say.
Sleight of hand.
Wow.
Right.
And he's going to try and twist away from you. He does not succeed. I imagine that Thea just kind of like grabs up some dust from the ground, dust and blood or whatever, and throws it in the guy's face. He is temporarily blinded. If she wishes to attack, she has advantage on the attack with her dagger.
All right, then here she goes with the dagger.
Okay. So the 17 will hit. That was supposed to be with advantage.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, and also, hang on 1 second. That also should have been with 5 added damage, added points of damage. Go ahead and give the dagger attack one more time at normal.
Okay.
Let's see if she gets a crit or not. Wow. Okay. So that is the 19 is going to hit for a total of 6 damage from the dagger.
Okay.
And then give me sneak attack.
And sneak attack.
So 6 and 18. 24? Yeah, 24.
Yes, 24.
Alright, so first, let's do a Constitution saving throw for him against massive damage.
Okay.
That is a fail. Thea sinks the dagger right into this guy's throat.
Oh, gosh.
And now he's not concentrating on any spell anymore.
So next turn she can go over and pick up her short sword.
Yes, it is no longer burning red hot. She actually could go ahead and go to it. She just can't grab it until her next turn.
So what, she was about here?
Yep, but that will trigger an attack of opportunity.
Oh, for the spider.
Yep, spider's still alive.
Yeah, I'll take it.
It crits.
Oh gosh.
She can have the
You gotta
piercing.
be kidding me.
She can have the piercing damage to 5.
Uncanny dodge then?
Yes.
I'm guessing?
Yes. So it's that 10 piercing becomes 5 piercing. And then she's going to take 16 poison damage. Wait, hold on. No, hold on. She doesn't take the 16 yet. Give me a Constitution saving throw for Thea.
Okay. Constitution. Go.
That is a fail. She's going to take all the poison damage. So that's 16 poison damage.
Alright.
And that she cannot have.
Okay.
And then the spider's turn. Oops, wrong button. There we go. It turns towards her, rears up, and the spinneret underneath its body spews forth a gout of web. I get a 22 to hit. Thea is hit by the webs, I assume. Her armor class is 20. She is currently restrained. Stuck to where she stands with webs.
Oh, that sucks.
There you go. Webbed.
That's awesome.
Thank you. And then it just kind of moves up. Wait, how much of an area does web cover? Oh, that's fine then. All right. Moving back down to you, sir. The ogre-like being brings up its big weapon in both hands, getting a 15. You feel fairly certain that your entire body is going to be effectively be one bruise.
Oof. I'm gonna need a long rest after this.
Right. Varin's turn. The the creature that has grappled Varin in its chains is going to use its special ability and force Varin to make another wisdom saving throw against fear, which I have advantage on. Thank you, save. Thank you, Steel Will. Yeah, I'm not even going to bother checking what the DC was. The 21 wins.
That's obvious.
And Varin, and so whatever this thing is doing, Varin just pushes his will right through it. You aren't escaping me. Okay, I'm on normal.
I seriously cannot believe how long he has lasted in those chains.
To be fair, it's mostly because of Dell. So the 14 misses, but the 26 is going to hit.
And
for
Colossus
9, and
Slayer.
Colossus.
Oh, yes!
Max damage!
Max damage.
That is 17 damage. And that,
Oh!
that devil had only 11 hit points.
Nice. The beast is free.
Indeed, Varin is no longer restrained. Because there's no more chains on me. And hey, look,
I have no chains to hold me down.
Precisely. And that's not the end of my turn,
Oh.
because I just broke free. and I'm suddenly right
Hi,
there.
friend.
Varin is looking a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
The creature you've been fighting, seeing how things are going. By the way, when Varin killed that, destroyed that. No, that wouldn't work. Never mind. All right. So this guy, what's he gonna do? Where's this guy? There he is. Alright, so he is going to leave your area, your range, so that will trigger an attack of opportunity if you want to take it. Go for it.
And swing back.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Yes.
So you launch your attack. It's going to be a killing blow. You can see it going right for this creature's throat. You hit. You see blood spurt, and then magic pulls it back, sparing his life, and he does not actually die. But he does go down to very low health. Murmuring the incantation for another spell, the creature touches itself, casting the spell, and walks into the stone.
Coward.
Dell. Dell has no spell slots left. He is going to rush up to Thía. That takes all but 10 of his movement speed. He's gonna put a hand on her. I say, but guide your arms, as he casts guidance on her. So, she, in the next minute, as long as he maintains concentration, she can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of her choice. So if she wants to try and break free of the webs, she can make an athletics, I believe it's an athletics check. A strength check. So she can make a strength check and roll a d4 and add that to the strength check.
Ah.
And then he'll move to 10 feet away. Alright, so that was one extra round.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to try and finish it up, or do we want to call it there?
Oh gosh. I mean, we're just so close.
You want to.
How are you doing?
I'm doing... I can play...
Okay.
Although I
Yeah,
probably
let's
should have
keep
blanked
going.
that out. I should have said top of the hour. Alright. Adran, sir, it is your turn.
Alright. Well, I'm in front of this guy.
You are in front of him.
I seriously, though, feel like going around him, though.
Oh, so you can flank him?
Yeah.
You can do that. You can go here or there. That works too. There is definitely enough room. You would gain advantage from flanking.
Yeah, I need it.
You see
And
that
here's one attack.
you're still at full health. Yeah, that'll hit for 9 damage. And then
And my second attack.
that'll
Oh,
also
yeah.
hit for 7. Yeah, okay, that'll hit. Ooh, excuse me. Anything else for you, sir?
No. That'll actually do it.
Alright. In which case, we move to Thía.
Alright. Now you gave her this thing, which is...
A d4. I cast guidance. So she can attack, but she is restrained, so it'll be with disadvantage.
Okay.
Or she can try and break free of the webs.
I'm gonna let her break free of the webs.
Okay, give me a strength check with it and roll a d4.
Alright, strength check. I'm just gonna roll the d4 now.
Sure.
So
that's a
there's
2.
the d4. And her strength check.
So that's a 5. That is not a success.
Ah.
And that also ends guidance.
Yeah.
Alright. And there's nothing
Worth
more
a
she
shot.
can do.
Nope.
Okay, so that does recharge web. But it's not going to use it. It is instead going to bite her. I get a 15, which I imagine misses.
Misses. If she is at a 20.
Right. The ogre you and I are facing bellows in pain and fury. Seeing that it hasn't had much luck in hitting you, it's instead going to hit at me. Getting a 7, Varin slips to one side and dodges the blow. And all things considered, Varin switches his darkening dagger into his left hand and pulls out his ordinary short sword in his main hand.
Alright, give us the attack.
In 1 second.
Alright.
Gotta fix it here. That's not it. There we go. Correct. Okay. So short sword. Oh, with advantage because we're flanked.
Yes, we're flanking. Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna throw Colossus Layer on that. Nice. That becomes 12 points of damage.
Well.
And then stab again. That is 12 and 9. So that's 21. Varin runs up the... Varin twists to the side, dodging the axe. As soon as it hits the ground before the ogre being can recover, Varin runs up the haft of the weapon and stabs the creature twice in the face.
Ooh, jeez.
Slides back down the weapon and rushes 35 feet to the north. And is going to use his bonus action to hurl the dagger at the spider.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, that should have been normal.
Oh.
That wouldn't have changed anything.
Wouldn't
It's
have changed.
gonna hit. The spider takes 4 damage. Dell's going to move up and cast guidance again on Thea, so it's 10 feet. And then back away 20. Alright, top of the round. Adran, the ogre-like being that has been plaguing you, is suddenly dead with 2 big... From the looks of it, Varin didn't just stab it in its face. Varin stabbed, twisted, and stabbed and twisted again. And then ran away. What would you like to do, sir?
I am gonna move as much as I can forward.
And then you can bonus action dash.
And then bonus action dash. So that would be what, another
30.
One. Oh, what? I that right there. Huh? There we go. That's what I want.
Nice.
So I'm all the way up at this spider's back.
Yes.
Now, am I?
That still leaves your attack and an extra attack.
Okay.
That'll hit for 8 damage.
Right. And
yeah.
Oh,
how do you
yes.
want to kill the last monster on the field?
oh gosh. You know what? On the first swing, I take out his back legs, which makes him fall down just slightly. And then I jump onto his back, and then I thrust my sword straight into his head.
Ouch. Varin skids to, and Varin moves up, pulls his darkling dagger out of the beast, looks at you, Adran. You got some brain matter on your hands.
Oh, gotta wash my hands.
Alright, so that was the end of the fight. Whatever happened with that caster that went into the stone, no idea. Unless you want to give me an Arcana check.
I could, but I feel like he's a stone's throw away.
Eek.
Let's see. Arcana. Oh.
And Thía breaks free of the webs.
Okay.
So now over there and there. Okay. All right. With an 18, or sorry, with an 18. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Might have helped if I went to the right page. Okay. The exact nature of the magic used here is not known to you. But it is like it, but what you know of it, unless you have a means of actually affecting the stone that the creature is hiding in, there's not much more we can do to it, unless we want to wait here for it to come out. And that could be a while.
It's kind of a tempting offer. Do we want to just stay here and wait for the creature to come out, or do we want to keep going?
You're not. Actually, let me check something real quick, because there might actually be a way for you to know of this, but I have to check. So there was a brief time when there was a bit of a debate between your great-grandfather, Thamior? I cannot remember.
I'm pretty sure it was about 3 greats.
Great-great-grandfather. It's 2 greats. So there was a bit of a debate between your great-great-grandfather and your great-great-grandmother about whether or not you would be entering into tutelage as a wizard's student or a druid's student. And she did mention, as a way to try and entice you, that if you went with her, you could learn how to meld nature to your will, maybe even become one with the earth. Something like melding into stone sometimes. And it sounded rather boring to you at the time, because you like blowing stuff up. But it was a spell that could last up to 8 hours.
Okay.
So the question becomes to you, especially since there is a time constraint that we want to get to the other Chragan war tribes, do we want to spend 8 hours waiting here?
No.
Okay. I do recommend we spend an hour and recover some health.
Yeah.
Alright, so we started the fight around 3:30. Varin's going to start rolling some hit dice because, ow, that fight really hurt. 4. Yay! Come on. 9. So now 38. 10. Hey, that's getting better.
Well, you know what?
What's
I just
that?
realized Thea had some temporary hit points, and I never used them.
Nice.
So
With the amount of damage she took, I'm willing to bet that the hit points are gone. So you take away the temporary hit points and add 10 back to her normal.
I was just about to do that.
Very smart, sir. I will shut up. 9 again, so it's now 66. Now I'm up to 76. I'm using up almost every single one of my hit dice. Yeah, 7. Brings me up to... My brain just farted. It's 83. I'm going to go ahead and use one more hit dice. Oh, bummer. Do I have any simple, like really simple healing ability or options? I might.
I can check mine.
Root.
I have quite a few of those and a few talent saps.
Can I have a talent sap?
Yes, you may. That would be 4d4 plus 4.
Nice. I am back up to the full after what Dell gave us with the aid spell. And all
Great.
things considered, I'm gonna eat a garlic bean.
Okay.
Feel like that's just gonna be my standard operating procedure in the desert.
And I'll take a garlic bean. Alright, I'm gonna now get some hit points for Thea.
Smart.
See what I get.
Not
3,
much.
not much.
Dell is actually completely uninjured.
5. 1, 2, and 6. Hey, it's getting higher. 1, 2, 3.
Progressively.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Up to full.
I'm all the way up there.
Is she gonna take a garlic bean too?
Yeah, she's gonna take a garlic bean. Just as long as I remember where she keeps them.
And she can also recover sling bullets or sling stones.
Yeah.
I have it on my character sheet as sling bullets. I just change it to sling stones. It makes more sense. Okay.
Sling bullets.
Now, I should have said this earlier. Our experience points following that previous fight. But since I'm recording all this and I'm keeping track of all this of where it's supposed to be after each encounter cumulatively, Adran, you and Varin now have 83,041 experience points.
Yay.
Thea now has 77,033 experience points. And Dell has 11,363.
All right, I got those recorded.
All right, so we have so it is currently 4:30 in the afternoon because we did all that fighting. We only have a few hours left of daylight. And we will have to see how that goes next time.
Yes.
Well done. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause recording on you, or stop recording rather. Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Adran, Thía, and Varin take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time. Ankylosaurus, Bulette, Fire Elemental, Manticore, Minotaur, Triceratops, Troll. If you wish for the group to try to find magic items, comment below to Find Ruins. Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.